Hello everyone, I'm Master11 and welcome back to Doki Within Remastered. Last time, Monika confided in Sarah about her home troubles and what she's going on with, and just how she's having a lot of issues in her personal life, and while she did not seem okay at club and in general. So, last episode, she confided in Sayori about what she's going through, and now, well, we're about to have dinner with her parents. So we're gonna have dinner with her parents in this episode. Let's see how this goes. See, apparently her dinner is tonight. Yeah, as the dialogue box literally says. You want dinner with her and her parents tonight. Why'd you say so? You got an outfit ready? I mean, I still got Sayori. Without me finishing my answer, Sayori rushes over to my closet and begins to rummage through it. I thought you were heading out with Nat. She can wait. I'm not letting you mess up your date. Yeah, she's not letting you screw that up, man. She is not about to let you screw up your dang date. She ain't about to let you. Ain't happening. But also, I have a drink with me. Not sponsored. I love Coke, but Coca-Cola to be specific. Coca-Cola is great. Not sponsored, but Coca-Cola, if you would sponsor me, I mean, I would appreciate it, and I love your drinks. Anyway. Jeez, just how to get your closet. Sarah keeps searching until she suddenly halts, emitting an exaggerated sigh of disgust. Wait. Don't tell me it's like the green outfit that we mentioned that we forget we had. Oh my god, imagine. Imagine if it is. What is it? Sarah marched towards me with a pair of mustard yellow jeans and exceedingly garish green dress shirt. Ah, you found that. Why? Just why do you have this? She's looking at me like she saw me commit bloody murder. Well, I certainly murdered any shred of dignity I had when I bought that. Why the hell would you want to look like a human avocado, like, at all? Well, it was a couple of years back. Mom dragged me to a work do. If I recall right, it was 90s themed, so I just chose the most garish combo I could get my hands on. Oof. Yeah, I have to tell you, I committed true. Sure, that's Natsuki. That's Natsuki for you. Natsuki's like that. I'm gonna scooch a little back because I'm gonna be honest, I might actually want to put on some shorts. You know what? Give me a second here, guys. Give me 1 second. Also, real quick, before I put my headset back on so we can continue this episode, what do you guys think of my haircut? I got a haircut. Hair's a lot shorter. I mean, if I pull my hair down, you can tell, yeah, this is literally my hair pulled all the way down. So it doesn't even go to my eyebrows. Pretty dang nice. I like it. I got it like a day or something ago. So, yeah, actually, yeah, I literally got it like 2 days ago. So, what do you guys think of my haircut? Let me know in the comment section down below, as I am recording these videos ahead of time, like a couple days ahead of time. So, just let me know what you think. What do you think of my haircut, guys? Also, actually, let me put on a hat. I've had this hat like just sitting here. I don't even know how long, but I mean, I have. Oh wait. Oh, I forgot. It's okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Sombrero, baby. Question is, how will I wear a headset while this hat is on? Yeah, I'll barely hear the music. I guess we have to deal with it. This is a funky ass look. This is a weird ass look. Look at this, guys. This is a weird ass look. This is the weirdest fucking look I think I've ever done in a video. Bro, look at this. A sombrero with a headset on. Something you don't see every day, huh? Something you don't see every day. You know, let me take it off because, you know, it won't work well with the headset. Loki, I mean, the sombrero is cool for the video, but it won't work because of the headset. Let me just put my headset on without a hat, and let's get back into this, baby. Let's get back into this episode of Doki Within. Let me stop fucking around. She'd probably drag me there herself if she saw me in this. Probably, yeah. So I'm guessing that's a no on that. Burn it. I give a mock salute. Roger that. Sarah then throws the clothes on the bed and continues her search. I slide the garish pair under my bed. In retrospect, just what the hell was I thinking? Eventually, Sarah comes to me holding up a pair of trousers and a dress shirt. Of course, both are black. Look, this is all I could find, but I'm sure Monika won't mind. Sarah hands me the clothes and I neatly fold them up. I know I was gonna sort it out myself, but thanks for helping out. Hey, it's no biggie. I gotta ask though, what are you doing after that? Oh yeah, I'm spending the night at Moni's. So, you're sleeping with Monika? Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I kind of figured that question was coming. I forgot about, get it? Like, the question was coming. Okay, no. Let me not go too far with this. If I go too far, then YouTube will actually hate me, and they might actually attack. The YouTube ninjas might actually attack if I go too far with that comment I just made. Oh my god. Where's the hole that I made? Oh, there's the hole. Oh, it works. Oh, perfect. Wait. I didn't say that. What do you mean I said that? I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. Y'all heard nothing. I didn't. What? What? I completely forgot this question gets brought up by Sayori. Oh my god. That's a fun question. You've bought protection, right? Christ's sake, Sayori! Which is one simple yes or no question Sayori manages to cause all the blood to migrate to my cheeks. As she lets off a storm, I cover my face and do my best to not scream into them. Yep, Natsuki's sense of humor is definitely rubbed off on her. I then managed to muster up a sentence, although it's partially muffled by my hands. No, we're not gonna do that. I then move my hands down my face, revealing my eyes as I look towards my window. At least not right now. Well, when you do, please keep it to yourselves. So it scrunches her face, clearly dreading that day. My arms folded my side and I can't help but smirk. Don't worry, it'll just be between Moni and I. Just then there's a trio of rapid knocks on the door. The parents make a beeline for the door. A trio of knocks? What's the trio of knocks for? Well, like 3 knocks? Like 3 knocks on the door at once? Like, you guys probably heard that. Probably heard that. Ugh. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be drinking pop at this hour, but you know what? We going with it. We going with it. I was not serious before realizing that she was here. More than that, I then yawn. Wow, you look like shit. Natsuki grins proudly as she stifles a laugh. I huff and sarcastically stick my thumbs up. Thanks. Sorry pushes past and gives Natsuki a hug. Hey, Natsuki. Sup, Sayo? Let me guess, helping this doofus with his homework? Nah, he'd be over mine if that was the case. I wasn't picking out enough of hers dinner with Monika tonight. Dinner, eh? Sounds a bit formal. It's nothing, really. Your parents sleep. Whoa, wait a freaking minute. You're doing what? I never saw it barely escapes my mouth. Phrasing goes a long way, say, or yeah, it does go a long way. I mean, blatantly just stating meeting your parents and sleeping with her doesn't sound like nothing. Yeah, definitely a way to phrase it, Sayori. Definitely a way to phrase it. Try not to wake up wake her parents up. Oh my god. Sure, whatever. Natsuki playfully jabs at my shoulder. Well, you crazy kids have fun. She then turns to Sayori. You ready to go? Yeah. Good luck tonight. With that, pair of them start the long walk to the train station. Just as I'm about to head back inside, my notification tone goes off. I take my phone from my pocket and turn the screen on. Let me actually turn down. Hold on, wait. I actually don't know if my headset audio, like how I hear it, if I increase the audio from my headset, how loud I hear it. I wonder if that affects how loud you guys hear it. I actually have no idea. Just let me know. If you guys notice anything, just let me know in the comments. Like, are there any noticeable changes, or like, just let me know. I think from my pocket to the screen. I mean, if you make it this far, I mean, typically nobody watching these videos makes it this far. Rarely. Even though nobody leaves comments, so I don't expect anything. Just genuinely. 40 messages from Monika. I put in my pin number and read her messages. And yes, I look at the analytics. I know that barely anyone watches very far to these types of videos, and nobody comments, so I would not be surprised if I didn't see anything. Hey, babes, I didn't tell you sooner, but you'll have to come to mine tonight. That's the little RC by you staying. And there's the address. CF5. I make a little reminder of Monika's address and the time before heading back inside. I'm going to the kitchen to finally get myself some breakfast. Bloody stomach's been rumbling since I woke up. I check the fridge, and to my relief, there is still some bacon left. I get the leftovers out and start to ready up a pan. Before I start cooking, though, I think over Moni's text, mostly the one concerning her dad. I kind of figured he wouldn't be thrilled with having his daughter's boyfriend over in any capacity. Well, it's just that when he sees my face for the first time, that he doesn't cause a scene on the spot. Oh well, I got a little over 8 hours to prep, so I should be good. I'm more excited about seeing Monika, of course. Just 8 painstaking hours to go. And let me guess, time skip so I don't have to deal with those 8 hours. Oh, I feel presentable enough for tonight. Alright. Fucking hell, I actually look semi-decent. Well, hey, if you actually try and clean up yourself, I mean, if I tried to clean up myself properly, then I wouldn't look half bad either. So, at least my parents say that. So, according to my parents. I mean, I think it too, but just saying. I love this haircut. I can't say it enough. I love my haircut. I like my hair being shorter like this. It's so nice. So freaking nice. I whisk up the bag I left at the edge of my bed. It only has a few things: pajamas, toothbrush, as well as a change of clothes for tomorrow. As I leave, Mom a text letting her know I'm about to leave for Moni's and that I'll be locking the door. Then again, I don't think Mom's gonna be back till later, as she's going out for dinner herself with the guy from the office. Mamo, I think she said his name was. Returning my focus to my own situation, I sling my bag over my shoulder and check the time on my phone. 4:26 p.m. Should be plenty of time to get to Monica's. If I don't get lost on the way there, that is. I then make my way outside. Then suddenly I hit my eyes before I turn and lock the door. I then take my phone and go to my Maps app. I enter Monica's address, and soon enough the app comes up with it right there, or roughly 20 minutes there. I take a deep breath. You can do this, Austin. I start the trip there. Well, hey, we got this. We can do this. I mean, it's only her dad that we got to be really concerned about, so it shouldn't be anything too crazy. At least, I would hope not. I would hope. A house comes into view. Unlike the others, it stands on its own. I take a step closer and see the house number clearly. 41428. That's it. That's the one. Reassured, I go up to the door and knock. Through the single open window, I hear a pair of voices debating who should open the door. One of them is clearly Monica's. Soon enough, the door clicks and opens up. You made it. Hey, Austin. I'll close the door behind her. Hey. My single response trails off as any other words escape me. She looks bloody radiant. And hey, she's wearing black too. It's not clothes I expected to see her in, but it really suits her. I'm guessing you like the dress? You've been staring for a little while now. Shit, sorry. I blush a little. Yeah, you look gorgeous. Monika giggles cutely. Thanks, you're looking pretty fine yourself. I chuckle and smirk. Nah, that's all you. Do I even think of what I'm saying sometimes? I run my hand down her arm and gently squeeze her hand in my own. We just stand there for a moment letting the early evening breeze surround us. To our shared surprise, the door opens once again, a slender figure walking out. I think this is the Austin you keep gushing about, Moni? Yeah, it is. Monika blushes a bit at her mother's comment. Yeah, I'm Austin. It's nice to meet you, Miss Harai. Monika smiles gently, giving a comforting vibe. It's nice to meet you too. Monika's said some wonderful things about you. And please, call me Harumi. Monika then comes up to me, noticing the bag I brought with me. You want me to take that up to my room? You sure? Like, I don't mind taking it. I'm sure. Despite being slightly taken aback by her hurried reply, I comply and give her the bag. Wait. Okay. Wow. I don't know. I don't know if that was the game or what happened. I'm sure you guys noticed it. I don't know if that was intentional with the game or like that the game just literally froze. Straight up froze on me. Okay. That's never happened before. That's never happened before. A little concerning. Nerves, I guess. I don't blame her. I was the same when I was her age. That makes two of us. Like I've been nervous all morning, and that is not an exaggeration. Then another figure walks out the door. This time he's wearing a dark suit and seems to have an average build. Not too slim, but not too stocky. Rumi, why did Monika just run upstairs? She's just putting Austin's things upstairs, Daisuke. He then grumbles something before looking in my direction. The moment his eyes meet mine, I feel my breath stop itself from leaving my throat. Here I am, face to face with Monika's father. Everything that she had told me about him still remains fresh in my mind. Yeah. And since I've played through this mod before, I can now say, since I played this mod, of course, I can say this guy's a dick. This guy's a douchebag. Like, he complete dick, especially, like, his own daughter. Like, I hate this guy. Hate this guy. I always dreaded this day to some extent, mainly because I didn't exactly know how I'd react to seeing him. But I promised myself I'd keep myself in check. Mostly for Monika's sake, but also because I don't fancy getting punched in the face tonight. He soon speaks up, his delivery being fairly deadpan. I'm assuming that you're Austin? I nod rather sheepishly, my blood running cold. Yeah, that's me. Trying to at least appear polite, I raise my arm and offer a handshake. It takes him a minute to reciprocate, but eventually he does. However, his grip is firm, deliberately so. He releases me soon after and I gently massage my right hand. He doesn't say anything else to me. Even if he hasn't outright said he doesn't want me there, he's definitely giving off those vibes. And by looking in her eyes, I think Herbie can tell that as well. She goes to say something, but Monika soon rejoins us. I'm back. Monika then looks back to me. I just put your stuff in my bed. I nod. Monika's dad then goes to lock the door. A bead of sweat runs down Monika's face. Clearly, she's nervous about tonight, and quite honestly, I can't blame her. I watch with the corner of my eyes Monika's dad approaches, his car to unlock it. Afterwards, he turns his head towards the three of us. Get in. His tone sounds a little more gruff than expected, clearly showing irritation. Yeah, I'm trying to give off a more dickish kind of voice for this guy because I don't like him, and he just seems like a dick. So I'm giving him a dick voice, a douchey voice. So, oh boy, that's gonna be just swell. The three of us shuffle into the car and then start the journey to the restaurant. Well, that sounds great and exciting. There are many words on my way there. Just this increasingly tense silence. Wait, it took us just over an hour to get to the restaurant, but thankfully we were able to arrive with no arguments. In all fairness, the only two people to speak during the trip were Monika and Harumi. Even then, it wasn't much to break the seeming tension. As for the restaurant itself, it honestly looks really nice, and quite expensive as well. Then again, Monika's family are better off finance-wise. The tables are laid out neatly, and there's a strong blue light illuminating the place. A suited waiter guides us to our table and takes our orders. Feeling a little unsure, I just opt for a steak. Why do I feel so out of place here? At least I'm thankful I'm not the one paying. As Molly's parents go to pay for the food, Monika turns to me. She rests a hand on my knee. Is he feeling a little nervous, Austin? She keeps her voice gentle and low, and you know what? I think this is a perfect thumbnail shot, just given, her dad, like, how her dad is and all that, so, at least in my opinion. I keep my voice low as well. A little, yeah, you? She nods. To be honest, it's not this that I'm nervous about. It's when I get back to mine. I raise my hand over hers and give it a gentle squeeze. I mean, he's not really paid me much mind so far. Like, a big part of me thought he was gonna have my throat. No, he's not. Monika's eyes quickly dart over to her parents and her voice trails off. I go to say something, but the sight of her parents more so her father silenced those ideas. Monika quickly forces a smile as her parents rejoin the table. Food should be here in 45 minutes. Rumi sits down with a smile for myself and Monika. As for Daisuke, he wears a rather neutral expression, bordering on being dead inside. There's silence between the four of us, aside from the occasional sip from Harumi. Around us, there's the clattering of plates and glasses from the other parties. Eventually, Harumi speaks up. So I was waiting till I met Austin to ask this. How'd you two meet? Harumi's tongue question brings Monika back from a seeming daydream. Monika then turns to me. You mind taking this one? I rack my brain to form a coherent, but rather abridged recap of the last few weeks. So, you know how Moni runs the literature club at school? Monika's mother nods at listening on. Well, that's the first time we'd talked since second year. We shared English class and worked together pretty much all the time. I gotta be honest, I'm surprised no one back then thought we were a couple. And even if there were people that did, but it only took them just shy of 2 years to be proven right. Monika giggles gently. Then you joined the club and it was almost like we picked up from where we left off. She smiles dreamily at me, seeming to reflect fondly on our past. Those few days after were a little tense, if that's the word for it. Saturday was fun, though. Remember how excited you got the night before? She almost confessed that day. Admittedly, I was always planning to confess during the festival. I just wish it would have been under better circumstances. When I was thinking of it, as soon as I said knowing Harumi will probably wonder what I'm on about. Both Monika and Harumi's expressions change. Monika looks worried and Harumi looks a bit confused. To my surprise, Monika's dad speaks to Monika for the first time since I came over. I thought you said the festival went well. Monika looks away with regret in her eyes. I go to rest my hand on her knee, but she moves her leg away, and I awkwardly retract my hand. She says through parted lips. Whilst Daisuke looks slightly irritated, Harumi looks disheartened. Me and my big mouth. No, the festival didn't go well. In fact, it went horribly. After the third, maybe fourth word of the recital, we ended up canceling because it was worse than we'd imagined. She paused to take a breath before continuing. I ended up storming off and Austin came after me. I saw a smile that returns to Monika's face. Then we talked out and eventually we confessed to each other. Monika, you could have told us it didn't go well. I almost seem like a complete failure again. You're not a failure. You never have been. I just wish you would have told us about what happened. You know, it worries me when you had stuff like that. Daisuke muttered something under his breath. Monika looks over to me, once again regret in her eyes. The tension is then dissipated by the arrival of our table's food. It smells as good as it looks. Soon, the only sounds between the four of us are the clattering of utensils against ceramic plates and the ever so slightly audible sounds of chewing. As for my steak, it's exceedingly tender. I'm no expert when it comes to food, unless it comes to instant ramen and fried chicken. This is probably the best steak I've had. Daisuke soon addresses me directly. So, Austin, I respond wordlessly as I'm still eating. Have you made any plans for after you finish high school? I pause for a moment to swallow. Excuse me, Jesus. I was actually thinking of applying for Hokkaido University. I see, man. That's why you haven't already applied. His tone gets weirdly confrontational. Well, the last couple of days have been quite stressful. Why hook out of university of all places, might I ask? I signed up for a fucking interrogation tonight. I mean, it's close to home and it's got a very promising music production course over there. Oh, Monika mentioned you were a musician. I nod. Yep, my mother helped me getting into that. Rumi smiles nervously, trying her best to ease the seeming tension between Daisuke and myself. And what are your plans if that doesn't work out? I haven't thought of a clear plan yet, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Daisuke grumbles something under his breath and averts his eyes from me. Part of me wants to question what exactly he just said, but I told myself I wasn't going to cause a rift. At the corner of my eye, I see Monika mouth something with an understandably irritated look on her. Daisuke then turns to face her. What about you, Monika? Huh? Have you filled out the application for Tenshi yet? Isn't that the private business school? No, not yet. May I ask why? Daisuke's tone gets noticeably sharper when addressing Monika. To be completely fair, the way he's acting is making me slightly uncomfortable. Because I don't personally think a private school would be the best move for me. Plus, I don't have a solid idea what I want to do. Heck, pretty much been considering getting back into music because of Austin. Out of Monika's tirade, I'm a little stunned. I've never seen Monika get that blunt with anyone before. Of course, it's easier to get fired up, but I shudder as I think back to her outburst at me and Yuri. But just how long has her dad been badgering her about Tenshi? Even just how fed up she sounds, I'm guessing it's been for a while. Daisuke's brow sharpens as I notice his hand tense up. In response, Monika shrinks into her seat. My eyes dart between them, fearing what may happen next. The pair of you, cut it out! Rumi's sudden direction is hushed and desperate. Monika is the first back down, shortly followed by her father. I make a quick glance around us. There are more than a few eyes focused on our table, more than enough to make me feel a little uneasy. We continue to eat our dinner in silence. Much like the journey here, it's a very heavy silence. Now I was worried what would have happened if Rumi hadn't stepped in. For some reason, I feel a lump in my throat. Yikes. Time skip to being back at home, I'm guessing. I cup some of the lukewarm water and cover my face. The feeling of the warmth soaking my skin helps provide some relief from the stress that I've been able to mask for a decent chunk of the night. As soon as we got back, Rumi and Daisuke stayed downstairs, whilst Monika and I went straight upstairs. Monika opted to get changed as soon as we got upstairs, meaning her room was temporarily off limits for me. At least she was nice enough to hand me my pajamas to change in the bathroom. After drying my face, I pick up my clothes and walk over to Monika's room. As I shut the door behind and approach Moni's room, I overhear the sounds like glass bottles clattering. Not long after, I hear Rumi get quite obviously annoyed. Seriously, another one? That's the third bottle you've had since we got back. Tomorrow's my one day off. I don't see any issue. Okay. So I see. I forgot. I guess in the original LP, I forgot to bring it up as I didn't really think of it. But Daisuke is quite clearly an alcoholic, which is not great considering how he treats his daughter. Yeah, an alcoholic. Wow. Great. Well, great parenting, Daisuke. Shaking my head, I knock on Monika's door. It's open. She's certainly perked up since we got back. I open the door and let myself in. Hey, Austin, I'm just gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Monika rushes out almost as soon as I enter. Luckily, she can only be gone for a couple minutes or two. In the meantime, I just stretch and let out a long yawn. Quite frankly, I just want to sleep with my arms draped around Monika. I go to rest my hand on the desk, and then to my surprise, I feel something. I look down and my eyes meet a small orange container. I read the label and one word sticks out. Mirtazapine? Isn't that for treating... I sinks to my realization. Curiosity taking over, I pick up the plastic bottle. Before I can read any further, though, the door clicks open. Okay, hold on. Before I click on with this, let me just look up. What was it again? Wait, so what was it again? Mirtazapine. Okay, you know what? Actually, let me just ask my phone this. You know, let me literally just ask my phone what this is, because I'm very curious. What is mirtazapine? So apparently it can treat depression, insomnia. Damn. Jeez. Side effects: increased appetite, weight gain, general weakness, dizzy. Damn. Monika's going through shit. Jesus. Increasing the amount of mood enhancing chemicals called noradrenaline and serotonin in your brain. Wow. It's an antidepressant. Damn, oof. Yeah, that's definitely not good. Yikes. I'm back, love. What you say? Want to oh, so you found those? I never see Monika with an exceedingly downcast look on her face. But Monika? Always shakes slightly as I set the ball on the desk. I sigh lately. I'm sorry, Monika. I shouldn't. No, Austin. You better find out eventually. She looks back at me, tears starting to form into the corners of her eyes. It's a look I remember well from not just the festival, but even the first day we spent time together outside of school. Monika wordlessly walks past me, starting to face the wall. I come behind her, rest a hand on her shoulder. You should leave. It's for your own good. Wait, what? No, I'm not gonna leave. My response comes a tinge blunder than I intended. She then turns to face me, tears underlining her eyes, yet she remains silent. Desperation then grips my mind. When? When were you gonna tell me about this? Monika then averts her gaze. I wasn't. She speaks softly through parted lips. I never even wanted you to know in the first place. My eyes widen ever so slightly. I can only ask myself why. Why wouldn't you want me to know about this? Before I can even begin to think of how to word my question, she lets out a tired chuckle. Hell, I'm still surprised you put up with me for this long. Monika, what the hell are you saying? Monika's eyes then lock onto mine. Her expression is direct. Austin, I'm needy, bitchy, and borderline possessive. That's even going to my depression, and God only knows whatever else is wrong with me. I know this isn't going to be any good for you in the long run. None of it is. And those... She gestures towards the bottle. They only help so much. I'm genuinely scared that they're the one thing keeping me from, you know? And then rests both hands on her shoulders to take a deep breath. Monika, you're not needy. You're certainly not bitchy. And if you were really that possessive, wouldn't you have stopped Yuri not considered from hanging around me by now? Monika takes a deep breath and eventually nods. I suppose you're right. Monika then wipes her eyes. Christ, I am a wreck. Moni. Austin. Monika's expression narrows once more. You know at that point in a movie where you want to scream at the characters before they do something stupid? This is that moment. You need to go. Please, Austin, before I fuck up your life too. Because if I can't help myself, what chance do you have? If I accidentally hurt you by doing something stupid, then I can never forgive myself. Monika's voice breaks as she says that. Once again, she's on the verge of crying. I'm beyond stunned. Of course, I already knew a small fraction of what was going on within Monika, even her suicidal thoughts. But even now, she's seemingly convinced herself that she's beyond help. After taking a moment to process everything she just said, I grip her hands firmly and pull her a little closer. I'm staying. Monika's back at me, seeming perplexed by my response. Look, Monika, I love you. I know that I won't be able to fix your depression, but I'm gonna do my damn hardest to support you. I understand things like this take time, but this time I'll gladly support you, get you the help you need in spending time with you. Monika, every moment with you is time I absolutely treasure. It's time I wouldn't trade for anything or anyone else. I love you, imperfections and all. And I'm sure as hell not about to give up on you. No matter how tough it gets, I'm staying. I ended up holding back tears of my own by the time I finished. Monika eventually gives me a gentle yet still teary-eyed smile. I love you, but you must be some kind of masochist if you're sure about staying with me. They managed to get a brief chuckle out of me. In that case, I'm a masochist who loves you dearly. I squeeze her hands gently. I didn't release her until she takes a step back. I'm just gonna get my ribbon out. Could you go over there and turn the light off? Of course, yeah. As asked, I go towards the light switch and flick it off. No long after the light goes off, I hear Monika approach me. Austin? Her voice oozes invitation. Upon instinct, I turn to face her. Before I can even respond to her, she yanks me towards her by my shirt and passionately puts her lips against mine. Yep, and here is that scene. My body first tenses up, but it quickly relaxes against Monika's grip. Unlike the numerous other times we've kissed, her passion is front and center. Her grip is firm and sensation. Okay. Yeah. How much time I spend like this? Yeah. I'm only doing this for the music. Like, the music for these types of scenes slaps. The music for these scenes just low-key slaps. I can't even lie. The music slaps for these scenes. At the same time, though, the way she's talking has me immensely concerned. Coupling that with her dad's seeming disdain for his own damn daughter, it only cements the idea of a very uncertain future in my head. It's a prospect that some people would more than likely shudder at, but it's a risk I'm willing to face. It feels like a blissful eternity. Monika inches her face away, but she keeps relatively close. In reality, the kiss may have only lasted for a few minutes, but it was worth every single minute. Harsh lifts her eyelids, wearing a dreamy smirk. Wanna head to bed? Yeah, I do. We both release each other and head towards Monika's bed. As we climb in and pull the covers over us, I feel Monika's fingers tugging at my shirt. I raise my left arm as she drapes her arm across me and rests her head on my chest. After she's made herself as comfortable as she possibly can, I rest my arm across her back. It takes time, but I soon feel myself drifting off to sleep, peacefully together with the girl I love dearly. Dude, the music is just so good. The music just low-key kind of slaps. Honestly, I love this setup, by the way. Just, I love that I have a sombrero by me. I love that I just have a sombrero right by me. Of course, I also have this poster. You guys unfortunately don't see in the background. I wish you guys did see in the background, but oh well. Yeah, I have this cool poster, which I just keep hung up on the side here. I could show it to you guys. Honestly, I could show it to you guys in the camera view. Just kind of have me on, at the very side of the camera, but yeah, dude. I don't want the music to end, but we kind of gotta continue on with this video. So, yeah. I groggily opened my eyes. I looked towards the slate glass. Jesus, that burp made me confuse my words. Slight glap between the curtains and the window. Yeah, slight glap, totally. I totally meant glap, not gap. It's still night. I almost said clap. I went from saying glap to nearly correcting myself and saying clap, not gap. Oh my god. I looked down to Monika. It seems that in the how many ever hours we'd slept, Monika had been able to wriggle out of my arm and is currently curled up next to me. Being a tired smirk, I tried to get up off the bed without waking her up. I went towards the lone desk and checked my phone. 11:08 p.m. Huh. Here I was thinking it was at least past midnight. As I set my phone down, I feel a slight pain in my stomach. I think I need some water. I leave the room, once again trying my hardest to not wake Monika. When I entered the door shut, I stand in the hallway for a moment to allow my eyes to readjust to my surroundings. I turned my head to look down the staircase, and I knew my ears began to pick up the sounds of the television downstairs. Sounds like some run-of-the-mill comedy program. I rubbed my eyes and head straight for the kitchen. I scanned the cupboards for a glass. I hear some voices from the other room, but everything's still a little fuzzy. After eventually finding a small glass, I grab it, close the cupboard, and go towards the sink. As I'm running the water, the voices start to register a bit clearer. One in particular. I mean, did you even see the look she gave me? Do you exactly blame her? You've been at her for this since last year. Earlier suspicions confirmed, I guess. I heard Daisu groan. And that she's forgiven you for making her panic about Austin. Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that lanky, pasty-faced. I can't say that word. Loki, I can't say that word on YouTube, bro. Like, that word, I cannot say that. I can't say that word. That's a little far. The C word, that's a little far, don't you think? Oof. Just straight up oof. Daisuke. Everyone's voice is hushed and clearly frustrated. You know, so we're upstairs and you're really saying that? Look, I'm just saying how I see it. Sorry if you don't like that. Besides, they're probably doing something stupid anyway. He scoffs. That's Monika's problem. She just thinks that she doesn't even think of the consequences. Luckily for her, she's got someone to revel in that stupidity with. I stop drinking and my breathing slows to a deep crawl. I don't even know how to feel. I'm angry, confused, heartbroken. Just so many things that I understand but can't explain. I hear the creaking of a sofa, shortly followed by footsteps. With the way she's been with me, she better count herself lucky I even let Austin step one foot in my house. Datsun then walks in the kitchen and heads straight for the fridge, not even noticing me. Now, if I'm careful enough, I could possibly place the glass next to the sink without making too much noise. Should be easy as... Damn it! Thanks how shaky my hand was, the glass ended up clattering with the other assorted mugs and glasses that were already there. I turned to face the fridge to see if he'd noticed me. As predicted, he had. He just standing there, another bottle held firmly in his hand. Hey, sorry about the noise. I was just getting... My voice shakes and trails off under the intensity of his stare. For some reason, it sends a shiver down my spine. I remain silent for a moment, as does he. I'll just head back upstairs. Make it quick. His tones are gruff and demanding. He leaves almost immediately after speaking to me. I rush upstairs, admittedly shaken by the small exchange and everything I'd previously heard. Yeah, he's not very kind at all. I'm able to sneak back into Monika's room without waking her. My heart starts to revert back to its past steadiness. After a few more breaths to steady myself, I get back into bed. I then curl behind her and attempt to wrap my arms around her. It's easy to do so with my right arm, but with my left arm, I have to carefully inch my arm between her hip and the mattress. She stirs a little bit. I'm thankfully successful besides that. Either that, she's a heavy sleeper. I then rest my head against her shoulder and close my eyes. Wow, successful night. Well, for the most part, successful night. For the most, I guess. For the most part, I'm able to distract myself from what I'd overheard Daisuke say. Sure, it shook me up, but I'm not planning on letting him ruin this time I share with Monika. I think to myself for a moment. When he said that part of her might have been considering getting back to music, I might have an idea for what we can do tomorrow. Do you know? Do you now? I'll be honest, guys, right now, I so badly want to end this episode and record like Hardware Super 64 because with the way I have this set up is I have within on my monitor in like a window, and then it won't full screen on the entire monitor, unfortunately. So the game is just like in a window, and then there's a little part around it where I can see the channel analytics in like YouTube Studio, and I'm like seeing other videos that I've uploaded. It's making me want to play Super 64. Stretch my right arm. My left arm feels a little numb though. Maybe there might have been a better way to get it around Moni. Oh well, there's always next time. I hear my phone go off from across the room. After carefully pulling mine from underneath my girlfriend, I got over to check who's texted me. As soon as I turn my screen on, I have to almost immediately turn the brightness down. I swear I'm gonna go blind because of that one day. When my eyes readjust, I find out that I've got 1 new text from Mom and 12 from Sayori. I'm guessing she had another late night. It's something I can complain about. I've done it more times than I'd honestly like to admit. I mean, I have late nights still. I still have late nights. I'll get home from work, stay for like a few hours before going to bed. I was up till literally like 4 to 5 a.m. So, yeah. I need to get a better sleep schedule. I started checking Mom's message first. She's checking how last night went. I sent a quick message back. Yeah, it went well for the most part. Don't think Monty's dad likes me, though. That's putting it lightly. I put my phone in my pocket and look back at Monika. A smile forms across my face. She's at peace and she's bloody adorable. I can't stay, though, as my stomach is aching. As I step out into the hallway, I rub the traces of sleep from my eyes. I know the pair of us like to say that being with each other has helped us sleep better, but last night I genuinely believe I slept the best I have for a while. Though that might just be me feeling all lovey-dovey, as Natsuki would probably say. I start to head downstairs. As I head into the kitchen, the sound of snoring becomes more and more apparent by the minute. Before I figure out what I'm having for breakfast, I peek into the front room and spot that Suki asleep on the sofa. I'm guessing Hirumi eventually grew tired of his drunken rambling. After that slight detour, I search the kitchen and eventually find some bread. Toast is always a safe bet. Once I've sorted out my breakfast, I sit at the table and start to scroll through Sayori's texts. For the most part, it's just a bunch of photos of her and Natsuki's trip to Akihabara. However, I eventually see an actual text. Upon initially reading it, I'm confused. I read it out loud despite being as quiet as I can. What was your mom doing at Nat's? Huh? As far as I know, she's going out with Mama from her work. If she wasn't, why would she be at Nat? It soon hits me and my jaw hangs. Is he really Natsuki's? I rest my head in my hands. I prepare myself for an awkward day at the club tomorrow. I then feel a finger tap my shoulder. Huh? Austin, it's just me. You want some coffee? You look tired. A smile forms in my face as I see Monika. I yawn gently and rub my eyes. Morning, gorgeous. I give Monika a big goofy smile and she blushes. Oh, Austin, you're so sweet. But seriously, I am making you coffee. I'm not having you pass out at my table. Mom quickly makes a start on our drinks. I can't help but chuckle how insistent she got over coffee of all things. Though I suppose that's on brand for her. Anytime she finishes both mugs and brings them over. After she does so, she pulls out a chair and sits next to me. Isn't it in World of Dreams as well that Monika's like grouchy when she doesn't have her coffee? Like, isn't it in World of Dreams as well? I was eating sleep too well? Kinda. I only woke up once, but besides that, it's still pretty good. For the time being, I decided to leave out what happened when I was up. Mostly due to Daisuke being asleep in the next room. Who's to say when he'd wake up? Also, I know it's a bit of an odd question, especially since we've only just gotten up and all. What do you want to do today? For once in my life, I'm able to hold in an obvious, dirty joke. I bet it still needs time to wake up. Besides, it's way too early for that. Well, there was one idea I had. I raised my hand to Monika's hand as I gave her a soft smile. In typical fashion, she does the same. You said you're thinking about getting back into music, right? I am, yeah. Why, you want to try to make some music with me? Yeah. How'd you know I was going to say that? I know it's probably going to sound like I'm calling you predictable, but it just sounds like a very you thing to suggest, you know? I mean, I can't say she's entirely wrong about that. I just thought it'd be a nice thing to do together. So, would you be up for it? I'd love to. Just to warn you in advance, I'm going to be rusty as hell. You know I don't mind helping you. I know. Just for a reason to love you. Anyways, I'm going to get a shower. And no, you can't join. She says that in still very much a joking tone. I goes upstairs with an excited bounce in her step. After finishing up my toast, I go upstairs to get dressed myself. Wow. Just imagine Doki Doki within shower scene. Just, yeah. Crazy. I pick up the bag I brought with me and tip the clothes out from it. It's only the basics. A shirt, some jeans, as well as a change of boxers and socks. I get changed relatively quick and then brush my hair back with my hand. I just have to wait for Monika to finish up in the shower. After a few minutes, I finally hear the door click open. I'm ready, love. I'm once again in awe for how amazing Monika looks. I mean, hello. I mean, I mean, I can't lie. I'm not into anime characters. I mean, it's just... Why do anime characters always have to look so good? I mean, this looks like an anime. This looks like anime style to me. I like the skirt. I got last Christmas, but I never felt it was the right time to wear it. Roll my eyes and laugh a little. Well, you look great. That's really my biggest confidence booster. Well, I'm glad to help. We share a quick hug. You wanna head out now? Sure, why not? I'll just let Mom know. Before we leave her room, I grab my bag. Back? You grab your back, which is now packed with all your clothes. Bro, the spelling errors are driving me insane. The spelling errors are driving me mad. I swear. The spelling errors are driving me absolutely mad, bruh. Just wow. I can't. With the grammatical letters, I just can't. I grab my bag, bag, now packed with all my clothes from last night. Dude, I mean, I love the mod. I can't hate on the creators too much, but come on, bruh. The spelling errors genuinely drive me kind of crazy. It is genuinely slightly an irritation, just slightly. I end up idly waiting in the hallway whilst Monika lets her roommate know that she'll be out. However, perhaps due to the near deathly silence, I'm able to pick up some of what's being said. You okay? Of course, yeah. Mom, you've been crying again. There's a moment of silence. There's one word that lingers in my mind again. Christ, just how much of a constant is Daisuke's behavior? And that in mind, just how long has he been this way? Did he, no, he didn't. He said a few choice things, raised his voice a bit. He hasn't gone physical with me for a few months now. My bloodstream runs cold. The words from last night come flooding back at a breakneck pace. I sink back against the wall as my back slips out of my now shaking hands. I grab the sides of my head and look down to the floor. No matter how far I attempt to push back any thoughts of harming coming to Monika, they don't budge. They just remain like a progressively worsening itch. I know we've not even been together that long. Jesus. I know we've not even been together that long. I can't bear the thought of that bastard laying a finger on her. I need to get her out of here. Austin, please say something. You're scaring me. My attention immediately steps back towards Monika. I'm wordless for a moment before finally responding. Sorry, hon. No, Austin, something's bothering you. You don't have to hide it. I debate telling Monika the obvious truth, but seemingly the puzzle pieces click together. You overheard. No. I try to keep my voice down. I then sigh. A little bit, yeah. Monika sighs through part of the lips. This is why I told you to go. Monika. I already said last night, I'm staying. I promise that. My words get stuck in my throat. I just really want to get her away from here, but I can't help but feel that I'd be coming off as forceful. In a twisted way, Daisuke was right about one thing. I don't have a fucking clue what I'd be doing if things went sideways. Despite how optimistic I want to be, I'm petrified for what the worst possible outcome could be. I think I want to collect myself. I raise my hands and gently wipe Monika's tears with my thumbs. Let's get out of here. I say with a soft, slightly wary smile. I'd like that. She begins to gently pulls my hands down from her rosy cheeks. I then pick up my bag again before heading out with Monika. Once we're outside, Monika shuts the door as quietly as possible whilst I trail off towards the road. Doesn't take her long to come back. She takes my hand, we then begin the rather lengthy walk back to mine. It's a silent walk back, but not because of any tangible awkwardness. We just walk along letting the gentle breeze surround us. At the same time, I can't help but think back to what lurks behind her door. She's away from him for now, but it's only temporary. True that, honestly. Takes the pair of us slightly longer to walk back to mine than it took me on my own yesterday. I figured that we were subconsciously taking it slower, maybe to savor the moment. But eventually, we returned to a familiar view of mine and Story Street. As we come up to my home, I debate internally whether Mom would be back yet. I don't exactly remember whether or not she said she'd be staying over or not. To make sure, I try to open the door. As part of my predicted, it's locked. You remembered your keys, right? Yeah, of course. At least I hope I have. As I start patting around my pockets, Monika comes up beside me. Want me to check your bag, hon? You don't mind? Of course not. I pass Monika the bag with my stuff in it, and she almost instantly starts to rifle through it. I turn there a few searches through my pockets, and I come to the realization that my keys aren't there. I turn back to Monika with a sigh. But to do though, the sound of jingling keys catches my attention. Found them. She passes them to me, and I unlock the door. Thanks, son. I smell sheepishly, a faint pinkish coat painting itself on my cheeks. To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have left the keys at her place, we'd have to backtrack. Not that I'd mind walking on weather, but my legs can only take so much. The pair of us head in. As soon as we're inside, I head straight for the living room. Monika did ask where my bathroom was, and obviously, I let her know and she went up. It didn't take her too long to come back down.
So, you want to get some deep before we start on the song? I mean, I already had mine. You did, yeah. I could whip you something quick up, if you'd like that, of course. Monika ponders for a moment. Don't worry, I'm not gonna poison ya. I chuckle a little bit. I never said you were, but now that you mention it, I'm a little concerned. The pair of us share a hearty laugh. Anyways, any preferences? Well, since I'm vegetarian, meat's out of the question. Now that she mentions it, I don't think we've got any bacon in. So even if she did eat meat, it'd be out of the question anyways. You wouldn't have any eggs, would you? I'm not entirely sure, but I'll go check. I quickly rush to the kitchen in search of any eggs. Thankfully for Monika, there's 2 eggs. I call out to her. Hey, Money, how'd you like your eggs? Poached, please. She responds in her usual sweet tone. I'll get right on it. And then go to myself. If I don't completely screw it up, that is. True. Don't want to screw it up. Definitely don't want to screw it up. I've never loved eggs, but eggs aren't bad. Eggs aren't the worst. I've never loved eggs, but they're not bad. I don't mind eating eggs for a breakfast option, but my favorite breakfast option personally, probably pancakes. Pancakes is the way to go. Pancakes is the way to go. As I wait for to finish cooking my breakfast, my phone vibrates. My heart stops for a moment. In the best case scenario, it's one of my friends or mom. But the worst case scenario, I take a deep breath and bring the screen to my face. Almost immediately, I breathe a sigh of relief. It's just Kotana. I answer my pen and read her message. Hey, I remembered you said Awesome was staying over. How'd it go? To be completely honest, I forgot I even mentioned it to her in Kaho. Feeling relaxed again, I respond. Hey, yeah, last night went pretty well. Doesn't take long to text again. I bet Dad wasn't too happy about it though, and my relaxation ends. I sigh. He's been annoyed with me since we started dating. Hell, even long before we even met, he's always been annoyed with me. There I go, being vague and half true about what's happening. I said it's gonna be the death of me. I think I joked about this in the original LP, saying maybe it will be, but now we know it actually is, unfortunately. Now we know that, yeah. It's sad, but I hope it happens later rather than sooner, honestly, in this playthrough. If it happens next episode or something, I'm gonna be like, bruh, worst timing of all. It takes her a little longer than usual to text back. I'm not gonna pressure you, but if you want to talk about it, you know where to find me. Once again, decide and think about how to respond. Just let her help, Monika. You can trust her. Before I can reply, I jump exhausted and calls me into the kitchen. It's ready, Anne. Coming. I go to about to reply, but my mind goes blank. After a moment, I put my phone on the sofa and head into the kitchen. As I finish laying out Monika's eggs, I take a moment to survey my work. I haven't done poached eggs for a good while now, so I'm genuinely surprised I didn't botch it. Something smells nice. Monika enters the room and her face is brimmed with excitement. So I didn't delude myself after all. I chuckle as I move the plate from the counter and onto the table. Listen, I get you're only joking, but could you please stop degrading yourself every 5 minutes? My hands temporarily freeze before I rest them on the table. Degrading myself? I know it can be a little hard on myself sometimes, but ouch. Is it really that bad? Maybe degrading was too strong a word to use. Jeez, you think? It kind of saddens me whenever I hear you putting yourself down, even before we really knew each other like we do now. I breathe in as I think over what she just said. I mean, I downplay myself sometimes. I can try to do less if that help. I can't promise anything, but I'll at least try. That's what I'm asking you to do. She smiles gently. She moves to sit at the table. Doesn't take her too long to start eating, and by the look of it, Monika seems to be enjoying herself. These are so good. If you don't mind me asking, how often do you cook? If I'm going to be honest, not too often. Monika seems shocked. Whenever I do, it's usually just either frozen foods, microwave meals, and instant ramen. If you genuinely like my cooking, I might have to do it more. Well, I'd certainly like to see it. Monika continues eating, and in no time at all, she eventually finishes up. I take care of her plate, rinsing it off and leaving it to soak in the sink. I then gently take Monika by the hand and lead her upstairs. I flick the light on and lead Monika in. Mo looks around for a moment. I chuckle slightly. Yeah, it doesn't look like much. No, so you don't have to apologize. For me, it's not how much you have that defends the quality of the work. It's what you do with it. I was just gonna say that. Glad we're on the same page. I would say if I get lucky one day, I'd love to get some more stuff. But I'd say I already got really lucky. I, without thinking, wink at Moni, causing her to blush. I start with the amount of times either of us have blushed, we must have extra blood deposits just for our cheeks. I can usually roll my eyes at how cheesy that was, but it's kind of adorable when it comes from you. It's still cheesy, don't get me wrong, but all because something seems cheesy doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. Anyways, on to the music now. And actually, I am very curious. I'm very curious of how this series is going compared to the remastered playthrough. I mean, the remastered playthrough, of course, we're going at a pretty good pace. Like, this is what, the 6th episode? The 6th? So, and we're already at the part of the music. Now, yeah, making a music track was in part 7. So we're just like 1 part difference. 1 part difference. So a 1 part difference. And man, I remember I remember getting bored of this mod, and it was like 30-minute episodes because I was getting sick of it, but no longer. No longer. Well, we'll see about that. But so basically, music track, and then special night. Oh yeah, that's coming up. Oh yeah, that's coming up. I'm gonna have to remember to censor now. No, dude. I'm gonna have to remember that. Oh, damn it. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Wait, let me. Hello, everybody. I'm Master Austin 11.
No. I'm trying to pause my own video, damn it.
So I'm actually curious how this went. So went over. I'm curious just how we're going along in this remastered series compared to the original, because the original I used to record in the basement, and wait, where's my quality now? I have like this and all this, and I'm recording in my closet with strip lights and shit, so that's great. Hold up.
No. Stop playing the video.
So went over, made a new music track. Okay. Went through that. A really good mod. So once I did it run dry. Okay. And I had. Okay. So it's okay. So basically, it's pretty much right after they finished making the music track that I ended the episode for the original playthrough, which is very interesting because the original series had the same thumbnail, because I didn't know how to make a damn thumbnail then. So that was a year ago. Now I know how to make a damn thumbnail. So that series, so basically we're 1 part difference from the original series, just because I ended up getting bored of it and I contemplated continuing it or not. But this time we're doing the full thing. No question, we're doing the full damn thing. I'm giving Monika rather abridged rundown of how the software works. I had to pause a few times to check if I was making sense. Thankfully I seemed to do so. Either way, that or Monika was being overly kind. After my tutorial, I pulled up the drawer underneath the computer monitor. I ran my fingers across the plastic keys and then turned to face Monika. I remember you mentioning you used to play piano. Yeah, I did. To be completely honest, it's been a few years since I've even touched a piano. I know it's a dumb question, but do you remember any of the songs you played back when you did? Monika thinks to herself for a moment. There's one thing that I kind of remember. It's one I wrote myself, actually. Monika was already a keeper, but damn, I'm impressed. Before I can vocalize how proud I am, Monika scoots herself over so that she's in front of the computer. Takes a deep breath and closes her eyes. She rests her fingers on the keys. I think a little something like this. Yeah, literally Doki Doki theme. Yep, man, I love this, man. It's literally the Doki Doki theme. I think this was played in Act 5 or something in the original game, where it was after, Monika killed off all the girls, brought in the space classroom for like the ending, and then the credits. I think this is the credit music actually for Doki Doki Literature Club, is it not? Isn't this the credit music for the DDLC? I'm pretty sure. Well, we'll find out when I do the remastered playthrough. We'll find out eventually once I get to replaying through the game for the 2nd time. So, I mean, this is gonna be the only playthrough that I actually do. Like, this is gonna be the only playthrough where I do a remastered playthrough of, besides DDLC. Because I mean, DDLC I'm gonna do remastered playthrough of, but I'm not gonna do remastered playthrough of anything else because, well, actually I might. It's my Galaxy or something. Really depends. But in terms of like Steam games, like the DDLC mods I've played, World of Dreams is good. I mean, World of Dreams, pretty much halfway into that series, it was good mic quality, so I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother with making changes or updating it per se, cause I see no point. So other playthroughs I might do remasters of, just cause I want them to have a definitive good quality playthrough, good audio quality. Skyward Sword at HD I won't redo. But I think I might redo like Samurai Galaxy. I might redo it if you guys want it. I might do I might live stream it. Depends. She starts off a little slow, but she's quickly able to start playing confidently in a way that it's like she never stopped playing. It's quite remarkable, actually. The melody of the piece, well, it's simple and concept, carries the piece along nicely. Very much like a cupcake or a piece of chocolate, it's infectiously sweet. I even find myself humming along. Eventually, though, she finishes up. She exhales and relaxes her hands, running them down her legs until they remain still on her knees. Suddenly, Monica giggles nervously. Sorry if I sound a little rusty, huh? Rusty? Monica, that was great. You think so? I simply nod in response. In fact, I wish for Monica to scoot over. She complies and I start to load up a project that I've been struggling to get started for a few months. After hearing Monica, I think I found the key to making progress. I've had these chords for a little while now, but I've never been able to find a melody that I'd, suit. I move away from the computer, gently grabbing hold of the seat of Monica's chair and repositioning her. You mean write a melody from scratch? Monica's initial surprise then breaks, turning into seeming worry. I don't know, it's probably going to sound like a complete mess. Monica. I think Monica's hands in my own like many times before. She looks back towards me, that seeming worry now becoming much more apparent. Like I know I might feel like a lot to ask, but I know that you're more than capable of doing it. Even though you've only just seen me play and I can barely hold the rhythm, her rhythm sounds spot on to me. I think about how to respond. It only takes a moment for something to come to mind. I place a hand on her knee. You know how you asked me to try to stop being so hard on myself? Yeah? Judging by her tone, Monica can already tell what I'm gonna say. I want to ask you to do the same. Like, I'm not forcing you to stop. I'm just asking you to try. With that last part, I give Monica's like a gentle squeeze. She blushes ever so slightly as she looks away. After a brief moment, she focuses back onto me. I'll try, hon. Like I said to me, that's all I'm asking. I remove my hand from her knee, allowing her to make herself comfortable as she composes herself. She starts by looping the chords in order to get a general idea for the flow of the piece. After a bit, Monica looks at the makeshift key scale that I had placed on the project, presumably to paint an idea of the melody in her head. It doesn't take her long to get started. She plays with one hand, tapping her foot against the ground to keep time. For someone so doubtful for skills, she's doing great. I mean, that could be my boyfriend basking in, but I doubt it. And dude, this music is so fucking, like, this, I gotta save here as well. Like, this fucking bangs. This is so good. It slaps. Like, this track is fire. Cannot lie. I have to let it play for a second. I have to. Hold on. I'm waiting for it. Come on, game. I'm waiting to increase the audio for this. Oh, come on. Where's the part? Oh, come on. Where's the part? Come on. Where's the part? Come on. I'm waiting desperately for this part, man. Is that really it? Damn. Henry sings scattered fingers and practically glide across the keys. As the last time Monica eventually stops and looks back towards me. Wait, no, wait. Oh, come on. Wait, oh. I see it again. Shoot. Okay, I'll see you guys once I find something new. Okay, so it doesn't really move past this, but still. So good, dude. It slaps. I can't help it, guys. I can't help it. It slaps. The music slaps for this mod, guys. I can't help myself. This is the last time Monica eventually stops and looks back towards me. Yeah, chance to smile. How was that? Hun, that was great. I look at the clock. It's only just gone 12. We've got plenty of time. The smart guy Monica. Say, would you want to keep working on this for a bit? I think we got a decent idea as to what her answer will be, but it wouldn't hurt to ask. I'd love to. Called it. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so I guess we're gonna continue working on the music track with Monica. I might end the episode at around the same point I did with the original series, except for I'm including the dinner and the music track. So, yeah, I mean, this is an hour-long episode, not like 30 minutes. We go for the next few hours, the pair of us becoming more and more engrossed in the project the longer it goes on. What had initially started as a project I could have easily forgotten about for months had begun to take shape into something far more special. It wasn't just my song with her notes, no. It was our song, like the mod Our Time, which I will not be playing because I've already seen videos on it and it would not be a blind playthrough. Unless you guys want to see me do a video and give you guys my thoughts on the mod, I have already seen Doki Our Time. It is a good mod. It's a cool mod. Once it did run dry for what to do with the song, Monica and I just decided to relax in my room. We decided to order in some pizza and watch a few movies, mostly just some sappy romance movies and some uber cheesy horror flicks. To be honest, I ended up serving as more reason to cuddle up with Monica. One ended up showing up just past 4 in the afternoon. With knowledge of where she'd had made it easy to guess where she was. Naturally, Mona was curious herself. I decided not to tell her about the situation with mine and Natsuki's parents. Besides, Natsuki most definitely gonna interrogate me about it tomorrow anyways. That's really gonna be fun. I'm pulled in my little trance by the sound of Monika yawning. Someone sounds sleepy. I smile gently at her. Honestly, I'm knackered. I should probably start heading home soon. Monika giggles nervously, presumably a tad bit embarrassed that I'd caught her yawning. I really enjoyed today. As did Diane. I don't know, would you want to do the same next weekend? I can't do next weekend. I'm visiting my grandparents in Hokkaido then. The week after? You bet. Her smile yet again is brimmed with excitement. I'm never gonna get tired of that smile, I swear on my life. So I head downstairs? Yeah. Monika tries to keep a more positive outward appearance, but the downcast tone in her voice is more than noticeable. Considering her home situation, I can't exactly blame her. I leave with my heart ache at my own realization. We should do a quick see tomorrow as well as a quick goodbye kiss before Moni heads off. I let Mom know I'll be down in a bit as I'm going to try to make a start in tomorrow's poem before dinner. Well, if I can think of anything to write, that is. True, what are you going to write about? Are you going to write about dinner with her parents? How that experience was? What are you going to write about for your poem? I woke up in a cold sweat. Damn, my overactive imagination always dreamed of the worst possibilities. Yeah, she's fine. She's safe, totally. I repeat that to myself a few times, breathing in and out as I do so. I try to close my eyes as I get back to sleep, but to no avail. I get up off my bed to check the time. It's only 1:21 a.m. I drink one or too much, I suppose. Slip my phone in my pajama pocket and head straight for the kitchen. Yeah, never mind. I'm definitely not ending this around the same point I did last episode. Definitely not. I put the light on and immediately head for the cupboard. Once I have my glass filled, I sit at the table and start sipping. After a minute or so of just drinking and staring into nothingness, I pull out my phone and start scrolling through the photos I'd taken of me and Moni over the last couple days. It's so surreal to think we're an item. Compared to her, I resemble a sleep-deprived zombie in at least half of these pictures. To be fair, when do I never look like that? I find myself smiling and sometimes even chuckling at some of the pictures. How she managed to look so joyful despite everything that's... My burst of joy turns to dread just as quickly. I place my phone on the table and take a few deep breaths. She's fine, you're just overthinking things. I'm just overthinking that Duke's not gonna lay a finger on her. He's not, but... She's definitely not fine. After a few more breaths, I drape my arms down my sides. I've gotta stay strong for her. I pick my phone back up and this time scroll through mine and Monika's texts. Sometimes I forget just how long our texting sessions last, regardless of whether we saw each other after school or not. During my scrolling, though, I end up reading the text regarding Monika's home situation more than anything else. Either I'm starting to realize things I didn't quite understand before, or I'm really making things seem worse in my head. At this point, I can't even tell anymore. Once I put my phone on the table and throw my hands against the sides of my head. This time, my eyes are feeling ever so tingly. Am I crying? Oh, my trembling fingers under my eyes. Sure enough, I am. Fucking hell. My voice is faint and much like my hands shaky. My further attempts to keep my breathing steady fall flat. I bury my face in my hands as my breaths become harsh. Please, Monika, please be okay. Please be okay. Damn. He's definitely not doing great. What about 2 weeks later? A whole 2 months later? Oh my god, Jesus. A whole 2 months? Damn. Well, it's 2 months later, and in the game at least. Not 2 months later for recording, 2 months later in the game, obviously. But next time we're seeing what's up ahead and seeing how things go with Monika and her family. Of course, I guess we're gonna assume that things are going well, considering that 2 months later, and I'm assuming we're still with Monika. So, I mean, obviously we're still with Monika. I know this. I'm just saying. We're probably still with Monika, hopefully. And hopefully things are going well. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, Doki Doki Within Remastered. Next time we'll be continuing on seeing what goes on with Monika, and hopefully her home situation gets a little bit better. Hopefully it's not terrible anymore, hopefully. Be sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, I'd appreciate it. And if you are new and you want to see more of the mods or see me play other games, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Click on that bell, and I'll see you all next time as we continue onwards and to what's up ahead. See you next time, Doki Doki Within Remastered. My redo playthrough because the original was bad quality and I wanted to give it better quality, and you know the drill by now. Peace out.